What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome back to Arknights. In today's video, we're going to be going through the Knight's Treasure side story just to kind of show you what teams and what type of formation I decided to go with to complete these stages. Obviously, these are not high difficulty stages if you've been playing the game since global launch, but one of my favorite things about Arknights is the fact that there's so much diversity in everyone's builds, which operators they bring, how they set up their formations, where they place units. It's always super fascinating for me. I'm always interested to see how other people are doing stuff. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I'm doing stuff. So let's get to it. Here's where I currently am in the store. I'm going to get the Grani tokens a little last. I'm not going to be powering her up anytime soon, so I might as well sleep on those tokens for the time being. I got to grab some of these EXP cards, this cash. I got all of the major upgrade materials, and then I got to get all of these furniture items. And then, of course, last but not least, once you're done with everything in this shop, you just kind of go tap out on this gold here. So that is where I currently am. Let's go ahead and jump on into the operation map. We're going to be doing auto deploy on all of these to try to go as fast as possible. And don't worry, I'll show you my team once we're in combat. So here is GT1. I'm not going to make a high noon reference. I wanted to. I thought about it. And in a way, I just kind of did. So here's GT1. This is not really a guide or anything like that, especially not for this stage. This is pretty straightforward. You're just going to have a bunch of mobs run straight towards you and not really do anything special. As you guys can see, I'm using my girl Shiranuki over here. We got Texas over there. We got Angel. We got Jessica still here. Shiranuki can reach all the way over here as well, which is fantastic. My Siege, still not E2, but I'm working on it. I'm going to get her E2. I keep getting sidetracked. I keep getting distracted. And then, of course, there is Grani. I actually love Grani's in combat model. Just like I told you guys in a previous video, I'm going to be using Manticore a lot more going forward. Love her in combat model. I love the versatility and the way you can use Manticore, and I'm going to try to show that off in this video in some of these auto deploys. Here is the newest character added to the game, Bee Hunter, who's actually a lot of fun. I've already E2'd her. When it comes to 4-star characters in this game, E2ing them is actually really easy. It doesn't take much time at all and not a lot of resources. So I went ahead and E2'd her. Now, she's not going to be anything revolutionary by any means, but I do like her kit. As she attacks the same target, she builds up attack, up stats, up to a stack of 5, I believe, and then when she switches targets, she has to start over, but she attacks so fast that she pretty much always has that buff up, so pretty awesome. But the best part about Bee Hunter is her innate ability to dodge. So she's like, to use a World of Warcraft reference, she's like a monk tank. She's like a dodge tank, or any other game that has dodge tanks in it. So she's actually pretty easy to keep alive, believe it or not. So here's GT2. I'm just starting off with Texas, dead smack here in the middle. We got these little snails throwing mucus at us, which is really annoying. I start off with 2 snipers here because the snipers can reach this tile here as well as the tiles across these walls, so it makes it really quite easy. And then you're gonna notice when it comes to Manticore, I'm gonna be throwing Manticore dead smack in the middle of all danger. If you don't know what Manticore is all about, is the fact that she can't block anything, so she's not going to be a character that's going to like prevent you from losing a stage or losing a 3-star, but she's also not targeted as well. So this makes her extremely useful if you use her correctly, and I'll show you a few instances where we kind of use her in some kind of creative ways. And then, you know, every now and then you'll get some snipers that'll target her and whatnot, but it's not really that big of a deal, especially if you're using a character like Silence, who can always throw a drone her way. All she needs is just a quick top up and she's good to go, because like I said, most people are just going to ignore little Manticore here. I don't know why. Look at her. New fetish unlocked, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. But her range is fantastic. Look at her range. This is all AoE. And then the ability that I have right now is Toxic Overload, which basically does a stun as well. Speeds up her attack and also stuns. And here's what I was talking about here. A 50, darn it. 50% chance to block, or 50% chance to dodge attacks. But considering that she doesn't block units, they never really stop and focus on her. So they'll swing at her a couple times, they'll most likely miss, and they'll walk right past her, which makes her extremely useful to kind of place places, which I really enjoy. Here is Scotty with their hardcore baseball swing right over here. Of course, I start off with my little standard setup, double vanguards here, and I'm still using their DP generating abilities on both of my vanguards for right now. I might change it one day, I don't know. Got Angel here. Angel, of course, can paint this entire section here. Shiranuki can actually reach these mobs way over here. You'll definitely see that here in a second. I have my Bee Hunter right here, and I also have her faced towards this little hole here. So as enemies come out of this little spawn point, she gets a little couple licks in. She gets some licks in. So it's pretty awesome. Kind of going back to Manticore here, deals damage to all targets within range, 50% chance to dodge physical and art attacks, and is less likely to be targeted. So that's why Manticore is so easy to just plop down in the face of danger and have no problems whatsoever. But this is a pretty easy stage here. I got Silence kind of healing this little area here. And anytime Scotty needs any heals, I can once again throw that drone right over there. I sound like a drone, always talking about how good Silence is, but she's very useful. And look at Shiranuki. Look at Shiranuki. Look at the nuke. Look at the nuke. That range, man, is so useful. And you saw Bee Hunter get a few hits in right over here, knocking them out, helping out Angel with the DPS. Bee Hunter can only block one unit, but that's also pretty useful as well, because that gives you the opportunity to kind of use your Vanguard to do DPS as well. Kind of the one, I don't really want to call it a negative, but one of the downsides to doing kind of like a tank in front with like a Vanguard in the back, the Vanguard only gets to really attack once the tank can't maintain blocking 3 units. So once that 4th unit comes, then finally your Vanguard can jump in. With a character like this, you actually kind of get a lot more DPS out of a formation like that, because you welcome them walking through Bee Hunter, which I think is fantastic. So that is a GT3. Moving on to, or that was GT2. Let me make sure I don't do the same stage again. That would be it. All right, that was did I do GT? Yeah, that was the snail one. I got mixed up there a little bit. The reason why I got mixed up, let me give you a little insight on how FG is doing this event. All right, don't judge me. I hear you judging me. I have to have a lot of structure in my life in order to get things done. So I'm farming stages one day at a time. So right now, today is Thursday. That's the 4th day in the week. So all I am farming is GT4. That is it. On Friday, all I will farm is GT5. Then on Saturday, all I will farm is GT6. And then on Sunday, I'll knock out my Annihilation and stuff like that and kind of bounce around. And then on Monday, first day of the week, I'm doing GT1 all day, all my stamina. It just works for me. It just works. Pretty normal setup here. Once again, you see my Manticore dead smack in the middle of combat with no care in the world, as well as Bee Hunter. She can actually, you have to top her off a little bit, but considering her dodge is not as good as Manticore's, it's a 40% to dodge physical, so she can still be lit up quite easily if somebody does arts damage to her. But if you know what to expect, you can throw her out there and do some pretty decent little licks in. I like her. Cool kit. Well, I mean a basic kit. Let's not say cool. It's a basic kit, but her model and the fact that she just hits so fast is just enough for me. Like, I love this little girl here. Little boxer going at it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. But that's pretty much it. Then I got Siege over here with Silver Ash doing a little bit of range deeps, knocking it all out. 6 to 9 mobs on this stage, and done and done. Ladies and gentlemen, what stage was that? 4, right? I forgot. GT4 is completan. So that is that. And then let's move on over here to a GT5. See what we do here. Different opinions. I really kind of enjoyed the side story, just to kind of get some different scenery. You know what I mean? It was good to kind of see something outside. Let me not spoil anything. So we're going to start off double Vanguard, as we always do. And this is a really nice example of how I use characters that aren't really designed to block anything. We're gonna throw, who's next? So we got our heals here. Silence can kind of heal this whole little area here. And then once again, the drone fills in all the gaps if needed. And then we got Manticore right up here, filling up this entire lane. AoE damage, stuns, the whole 9. And straight up, I put Bee Hunter right here in the front. I also put Silver right here as well. So anyone that gets past Bee Hunter, Silver is going to start doing damage to them, and Texas will start doing damage to them as well. So that works out pretty awesome. Now, every now and then, Bee Hunter dies on this stage, but don't you worry. I took care of that. She's good to go. Eventually, I'm sure she'll be strong enough to defeat that, or to live through this stage. We'll see what happens. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just watched what happened, because if she would have won, then you guys would have been so impressed with Bee Hunter. You should be. Let's see. Getting pretty close, 55. Let's see if she will live. And then pretty normal setup here. Double snipers here in the back. Yeah, down she goes. But don't worry, Shiranuki is here, ladies and gentlemen. We good. Don't you worry. But once I give her a few more levels, I think she's only E2, level 30 something. Wipe the floor with them. What'd you think of that, boss? Look at them all piled up there. Thank you, Bee Hunter. And then last but not least, GT6, ladies and gentlemen, the final stage. This is where I really felt my lack of Scotty really kind of hurt me a little bit, because I feel like Scotty is just a fantastic unit to sit right here on top of Big Bob, Kappa. But I feel like putting a character like Scotty right there, activating some of her manual abilities, which it boosts her attack and attack speed, is fantastic. I really want to do it. I throw Bee Hunter there, but Bee Hunter, she ain't built for this. She ain't built for that. Vanguard's over here to kind of hit these units that kind of stand right over here. They don't really attack back. I got Manticore once again doing range DPS right in this little area, activating her stun whenever possible. Stun's activated. Stun's activated. All right, FG, what you doing? Well, you don't need it now, but you did need it. Look at Bee Hunter just going at it. Big Bob is just sitting there like, really? Really, dude? Really? And of course, we got our little speedy mage here. And of course, Angel here, ready to overload on everybody. So, pretty nice. Okay, little Sam Fisher's here. Not really a problem on this stage. Easy claps, easy claps. Big Bob is going to start moving here in a little bit. I take out Bee Hunter because I can't stand to see her die. And also, I need to put a tank out. So I switch out Bee Hunter, throw out Croissant along with Nightingale to heal this little area over here. And keep in mind, Manticore can stun Big Bob as well. And then you just heard, or maybe you didn't hear, but Angel just goes off on this dude. Like, Overload is just such an ability. Probably not even going to live to see that again. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the full complete event. Oh, she was about to go off on you. Watch out. The full complete event. Looking forward to the harder gameplay modes. We'll do something exactly similar once we hit that as well. Overall, fun event. Very rewarding. Extremely rewarding. But it also, in my opinion, it sheds a bigger spotlight on the fact that if you know, not everyone's doing this, but if you want to burn out all of your stamina and do 10 refreshes, you're going to be sitting at your phone or your computer for a very long time. Like, it takes a long time. So this game, I feel like, desperately needs to add a ×3 or ×4, ×5 speed on auto deploy. Like, I think that has to happen, especially on events like this where a lot of those stages cost a lot less. It's like, and this is what I meant by a bigger spotlight, because when you're running stages that cost like 35 stamina, it's not as big of a deal. But when you're running stages over here that cost 9, you start like, what am I doing? I'm just spending hours and hours repeating the same stage over and over and over, mostly because either A, the game doesn't have an auto repeat, or B, the game's auto deploy isn't as fast. So really want to see a ×4 auto deploy in the game in the future. So that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, my name is FG3000. I do thank you so much for watching. I will see you a little bit later for part 2 of the Knight's Treasure. Until then, I'm out.